And turning now to developing news out of Newington, where a police chase that started in Hartford took a violent turn. Police said just after 11 last night, they were conducting an investigation when a man took off running and then got in a car. Officers tried to stop him, but he escaped in that car. They chased him all the way to a complex on Webster Court in Newington. Police and the suspect then exchanged gunfire. Hartford Officer Alex Diaz and Rocky Hill Officer John Escobar were both hit. Both have since been released from the hospital. The suspect was killed. For neighbors, the sound of gunshots was something they never expected to hear in their neighborhood.
I was a little caught off guard because last night when I got the phone call regarding for all residents of Webster Court and Webster Street to remain indoors, so I was trying to contact my mother saying, hey, can you please stay indoors? And once I finally saw them, it was kind of like a good relief sensation where it's like I'm able to hug her and physically talk to her and stuff like that, whereas the last night I was kind of spiraling in a sense because no one was answering.
The Office of the Inspector General is now leading this investigation. And as the investigation continues, officials across the state are reacting. Representative John Larson issuing a statement saying, quote, there must be a full and transparent investigation, and I am glad the State Inspector General has begun that process. I pray for the Hartford and Rocky Hill police officers and wish them a speedy recovery. The State Senate Republican Caucus said of the officers, we wish them a full and swift recovery, and we thank law enforcement for all they do every day to protect our communities. And Rocky Hill's mayor thanked the officers for their bravery and keeping the community safe, saying, quote, the courage these officers showed on the doorsteps of Rocky Hill helped keep our residents safe. Thank you to everyone in law enforcement who responded. I wish both officers continued strength as they heal. And Rocky Hill Republican Town Committee also shared that same gratitude by saying these officers put themselves in harm's way to protect our communities and keep others safe. Their courage, dedication, and commitment to serving others should never be taken for granted. And Hartford police shared this video of Officer Alex Diaz being released from the hospital earlier today. You can see how officers lined up to cheer him on as he was wheeled out. Diaz is a Hartford native. He was brought to the emergency room after being shot. In the post, Hartford police said Diaz put himself in harm's way while serving the community, and they are grateful he is now home.